It's interesting you say people of the Middle Belt and the whole South.
Yes.
You don't talk about the North at all. First and foremost, there are those people who say there is no such region as the Middle Belt. Those people who claim the Middle Belt are those who are trying to break up the Northern region and divide us even further. How do you react to that?
Well, those people are living in their own illusions. The North ceased to exist a long time ago. It ceased to exist with political Sharia, what President Olusegun Obasanjo called political Sharia. The Old North no longer exists. The Middle Belt is not just about geography. The Middle Belt is an identity. The Middle Belt is about history. It is about a people who were never conquered. Never conquered by jihad, never conquered by Fulani Caliphate, and they don't wish to be conquered and will never be conquered by that. We've decided that we will realign our destiny with the South. The South have not burned out our homes and our farms, so we align with those who share the same views as us, because we were never conquered. We were never at all conquered. That is why we are the Middle Belt. And the Middle Belt is like the English Constitution. It is in the heart and minds of the Middle Belt peoples. That is why Southern Kebbi is part of the Middle Belt. Southern Borno is part of the Middle Belt. Southern Adamawa is part of the Middle Belt. Southern Kaduna is also part of the Middle Belt. Anybody that was never conquered by the Fulanis is a Middle Belt person.
What's your grouse with the Fulanis?
No grouse, except we reject forcible conquest, the ideology of conquest, hiding under the garb of religion, the ideology of hegemony, the ideology of dispossession, trying to take over our land by force, is totally unacceptable to us, because our ancestors were never conquered. That is why we are Middle Belt. And, and we will never be conquered. We reject that. It is not a grouse. When you use the word grouse, I think you don't do justice to it.
Because you talk about the herdsmen.
Yes.
I mean, in recent times, we've also seen even Fulani ethnic groupings suffer some of this violence. In Sokoto State, for instance, the people who were attacked were Fulani. In Zamfara State, for instance, the people who were also attacked, just a moment, the people who were attacked were also Fulanis. In Kebbi State, where we also understand that there is a vibrant farmer Fulani population, they have also suffered some violence from this so-called herdsmen. So can we really say it's about an ethnic group, or is it, something that we're yet to really put a finger on?
To be honest with you, I use the word Fulani as a generic term. We have armed militias, many of them from foreign lands. When you speak Hausa, and I speak Hausa like a native. I speak it better than my maternal language. Okay? And when somebody opens their mouth, you know precisely what kind of Hausa they have. Whether it is Hausan Kano, Hausan Zaria, Hausan Zazzau, Hausan Katsina, Hausan Sokoto. And when you know Hausan Niger, Hausan Mali, you know it. Many of these people are foreigners. We call them Fulanis because that is what they call themselves. And, but I think this is more than just Fulanis. But I think if I may respectfully disagree with you, the killings in Zamfara, ethnic, it is actually Fulanis killing normal Habbe Hausa people, indigenous Hausa people. And Birningwari, majority of them are Muslims, but they are Bagi people. Birningwari, the city of the Bagi.
In Sokoto?
In Sokoto, it is mostly the farmers that are being attacked.
In Kebbi?
Kebbi, the same thing.
The farmers who are sometimes, and most times, Fulani as well.
Have you ever come across a Fulani farmer? I think you're making this up, Mope. There's no such thing as a Fulani farmer. There's no such thing in the geomorphology of rural society.
There are Fulani people who are settled. There are Fulani people who own land in this country, aren't there?
There are extremely few, and we don't really. You can call them Fulanis, but Fulani Ngida who have lost their language and so on and so forth, we hardly even refer to them as Fulanis. We hardly ever refer to them as Fulanis. The real Fulanis we talk about are the pastoralists. There are settled Fulanis, of course, but many of them are clerics, Islamic clerics. They are teachers, they are scholars, and they are the aristocracy, by the way. They are the aristocracy. So those of them who are farmers are an extremely small population. Extremely small population.
But they exist
Trust
nonetheless.
me, I have been...
They exist nonetheless.
They do exist.
This is from research done by other journalists. I mean, I haven't had the privilege of doing the research myself.
Yes.
But I have read from other journalists who have. They have been to those places and they can identify Fulani population who are farmers and have also faced this crisis of having to deal with this so-called herdsmen.
But we're talking in basic general terms. What's the percentage of those people that are actually farmers? I don't dispute. Just like, in fact, there are Birom people, there are Tiv people who actually earn cattle. And I wouldn't for that purpose, therefore, say that, Middle Belt peoples are also pastoralists and so on and so forth. I mean, we should, be very precise, I think, in the social categorization of these people. Yes, indeed, there's nothing wrong. There would be some small percentage of Fulanis who own farms. And then there wouldn't be anything wrong with that. The issue we have is with this ethnic cleansing that is going on. All men and women of conscience must reject it. We must draw a red line beyond which we will not longer accept it. And this nonsense has got to stop now. We reject it in total. And the call for restructuring is just right, because if this thing is going on with such a warped federal structure that we have, then it is better to have a proper federal system so that all the ethnic so-called minorities, and the Middle Belt are not minorities, because we've done some statistics. They're up to 40 million people. They're one of the largest groups in this country. As a group, let these people have the right to choose through a referendum which region they want to belong to. So people that want to come together, that believe in the secular order of the state, that believe in humanity, that believe in social justice, can come together. Those who want to introduce the Wahhabi ideology from Saudi Arabia are free to do so, chopping people's heads and chopping their arms. That should be their goddamn business. But people who want to live in a civilized community should be free to come together in their own region under their own government and their own laws.
It's very interesting you use the word civilized. And some people will say they take exception to that because for them, Sharia is civilization and they don't see anything wrong with it. Some countries have practiced it successfully.
I've told of Wahhabi ideology from Saudi Arabia. That is barbaric and totally...
with due respect, it is. They're allowed to choose whatever.
It is very barbaric. They have no rights with women.
But you cannot condemn what they have chosen. It is their way of life. It is their religion. It is what they believe in. You cannot say that it is barbaric. It is not.
No, Maope, don't get me wrong. I lived in the Arab world. I lived in Tunis. I traveled through Egypt, through Morocco. I supervised projects in those countries. I speak some Arabic myself. And Wahhabi Islam is not universal Islam. It is Islam particular to a part of the world. It is not the same as Turkey. You go to Turkey and you feel that you are among civilized people. When you go to Saudi Arabia, you feel you are among barbarians. I'm sorry. That is what I will never withdraw those words.
Now, I want to talk directly to the people of Middle Belt of Nigeria, the states in the Middle Belt area of Nigeria, and that is Kogi, Benue, Kwara, Nasarawa, Plateau, and Kaduna states. I think there are 6 in number that make up the Middle Belt states of Nigeria. Number 1, all these things I want to say, you will not like me, and I'm not interested in whether you like me or not. I'm not interested. I will talk to you people, because I dey vex for now, they provoke. I dey tell you the fact. Number 1, they call you North Central. Una dey happy. North Central. Who told you are North Central? Is your Nigeria North? Are we North as a nation? Is your Nigeria Northern Nigeria? How can they call you Central? North Central, and you are happy? And none of you say no. My brother, my sisters in the Middle Belt, please take your stand. You are Middle Belters. You are the Middle Belt of Nigeria. We have the North, the Middle Belt, and the South. Now, you are too blessed to be playing second fiddle. Every time you play second fiddle. They created the Arewa Consultative Forum. Every time they will make you the chairman, deceiving you that you are Northern Nigeria. You are not Northern Nigeria. You are not. In as much as we have maybe Hausas, a part of you are Hausas, you have Muslims and Christians. The same way, part of you also are Yorubas, Christians and Muslims. So why are we not claiming that all of you are Southern Nigeria? Please, number one, let us stop that thing. Then I want to ask you people from Middle Belt, is it wrong for you to be president of this country? I can't remember seeing any one of you coming out to say you want to vie as a president of this nation. You are so blessed with mineral resources, agriculture, brains, intellectuals, very intelligent people. We have you as warriors, great fighters. What is it we do not have in the Middle Belt of Nigeria? What is it that we don't have? Who are you afraid of? Who are you unable to stand out to? And you brought out very great men politically. IBB was from Niger. I think Absalam from Niger. T.Y. Danjuma. Which one again? David Mark. Boro. The former Minister of Agri. Many of you like that. You have Saraki. And all the family of the Sarakis. You have the Adele case in Kogi, where you have all the Yaba, all the brilliant people, intelligent people in Plateau. You have the Biroms, the Angas, the Jarawa, the Rikuba. Waiting happen. None of you is coming out to say, I want to be Mr. President. I think I will beg Mr. President to buy Koboko. We get 3 mouths. Let the flog on go front. In 2031 now, when they will be talking about taking the presidency to the north, you know it is always north, south, north, south. When they will be taken to the north now, Middle Belt, that's when I will sit down and look. You will not even come out to say you want to be vice. Let alone Mr. President. Kilo day. Wait till happen now. Mr. President, you know I beg. Help us send your boys, when they go buy Koboko, we will take flog all this Middle Belt people. When they confront. What is their problem? Now so that they kill you like chicken. Now no feel for Mamotekun. For on our side, no give them our own name. Who na the fear? The next time now they are taking this thing to the north. Since it is north, south, I expect Middle Belt to stand up and say, it is our turn to produce president. And come out with one of your best. Anyway, if I no come out, I go beg the Hausas in the north to come out too. The presidency will go to the Hausa man now in 2031. After Ogatinibu don't finish. Why I'm not talking 2027, we say no waste your time. I'm sorry to say. No waste your time. The you want to contest against somebody we get about how many states now? Almost maybe 30 states as APC state. Now you won't go contest against. How you want a winner? Because if all the governors decide to deliver their states, in don't win. So that's why you see me, they mention 2031, 2030. Anybody with they contest, with they wasting time, won't contest in 2027. In Aruana, let it concern me. I know tell anybody make him not come outside, come blow him money. Make him bring him money, come outside. Boys, they go chop and I know they follow them chop that kind of money. Anybody that want chop him money, I know say he go win. Me do better, I take go beg on now. Make una wake up from una slumber. It is soon. Kilo day. If na juju, una get time. So waiting una want use for this election or presidency, una don't use. So in 2031, when that thing is going to the north, I expect an average Middle Belt person to come out, unite among yourselves. No need to quarrel. Unite among yourselves and bring out one person. Don't go and bring out 10, 15, 20 people. Yeah, you do that. The next geopolitical zone will collect them for now. We bring out only one candidate. Because by that time, you will have wasted all your votes among yourselves will come out. Just try and bring one person. But no be this man, oh. If I bring this man, I know if you win, oh. I know the man why they talk. You don't wear khaki before. If I bring a come outside, I know if you win, lie. You know if you concert here, come campaign, we will warn them. Because we know what he get him they talk that time. And since we come out as an active politician, he never come outside, can't do one single thing. We don't see what they do for now. For even in village people, we don't see what they do. Let alone for a state. So I know you bring that one come outside. I know the person at the top. And then they mention name. So we can wake up. We do bet. I beg you now. We can wake up, come out. That brain, that intelligence, that talent, we go give una because now every part of Nigeria get them. We can come exhibit una own. We can come display them. Stop playing second fiddle. Tall, giant, handsome people like una. Una the former, me do bet. Una the former. Ogatini bring me flog them, confront. Flog them where me they confront, can't take their place in history. I know now well, no say I live with you now, I sabi you now well. That's why they talk with confidence. I trust you guys what you can do. I no talk as I want. They wait for now. If you no come out in 2031, we'll carry and give out some man. Now some people don't be that. And if outside people they say that they are turn, don't turn it to quarrel. Make una come together and discuss which part of una don't rule before. See outside man don't rule before. We do bet man don't rule before. Una go decide. Okay, now make una let us go. And when you come in, you are busy shouting and singing one Nigeria, not to come and scatter also.
Hey, welcome back. This is what we are saying the other time, and I am so happy that all the evidence that the Middle Belt elders has spoken about before are still available, and we are here to show you the Gen Z that don't understand how these guys are using you. This is something that I see the other time. I explained to most of you guys that this is why you guys were not conquered. It is because you guys didn't allow any jihad or any Islamist, to come to your side. That is the reason why you were not conquered. That is why these elders and many other people are saying that they are not part of these people because they have known and told themselves that they are not conquered and they cannot be. That's the reason why most of the problem is seen around the Middle Belt today are still there. Because these people were the one who died Danfodio according to how history explained to us. That is the reason why these people who are now grown up guys now are trying to retaliate in the Middle Belt of what that happened to their leaders, which is Danfodio. And I think it is now clear to most of you guys that Middle Belt is never not and will never, because most of their thing and most of their activities is not the same. You know that Middle Belt is the only place or the only part of this region who have both Christian and Muslim, but they are not radical. So the reason why these guys are just trying to distance themselves from these Ariwa guys is not just because of anything, but because of how radical they are. If you notice and if you understand how many things is working between the Middle Belt and the North, you will know something that these guys are using even the so-called Middle Belters or even the so-called North Central and the Hausas, because as we stand so The only people who are just be controlling that north we are hearing today are not even the Hausa or the Middle Belt. They are only the Fulani. When you hear north, just know that it is the land of the Fulani, because they have used their thing and many other things to take over that place. The Middle Belt are not running away from being part of the north because of the Hausa. They are running away because of the Fulani. So for you, the Gen Z who is still there arguing with all these people saying that they are not Middle Belt or this or that, you are just playing with yourself. The only person who wants Middle Belt to be part of the North is someone who is so radical and want all this problem that is happening in the North should also happen in the South, that always stand for Middle Belt and not to coexist. So anybody you see coming to tell you that Middle Belt is not, just know that that person is the enemy of this country as long as Middle Belt concerned, because you cannot just force the Middle Belt on this guy and trying to bring Sharia to them. Even now that this Sharia within is not in their side, they are facing a lot. And if you try bring the Sharia there, they will feel small. So you trying to say that it is a must, you are just playing. And they have their own right to decide where they should belong. Like they always say that they don't want to be part of any region rather than the South. And there is nowhere we have even seen something like not this and not that. Although not they are so wise and the Fulanis are so wise, that is why they call this guys North Central. Anytime they want to just see ahead. And this time around that most of you guys are hearing what your elders are saying, I think you should be wise to understand how these guys are trying to play you. Thank you.